Thanks for jumping on. Really, really proud of our team. That was a really gritty win for us. I tell you what, UMass is UMass is so tough. Really, really good defensive team. Just as good as I've seen in regards to crashing the offensive boards. And I thought our team did a really, really good job. I thought that was going to be the key going into this game, and to limit them to 8 offensive rebounds is, I mean, that was huge, and we needed that kind of effort. Obviously, a couple of our players had big nights. I thought Sarah Lithicum with 13 rebounds was just outstanding, with Jayla still out with her ankle. And so that was huge. Felt like obviously Lauren shot the ball well. Frankie had, good percentages, just had to battle foul trouble a little bit. I thought Ashton Judd hit a big time 3. I mean, just a clutch 3 for us. And then Mama with seven assists, but really gritty team win for us tonight against a really, really talented UMass team. It's not shooting a better percentage. But just you got to stay the course, and sometimes you got to take your focus off your shot and focus a little bit more on the things that you can control night in and night out. But it's good to see her shooting the ball at a higher percentage. And really our whole team, we started off the year not shooting that 3 ball very well, which is something that we've always been pretty good at. So it's nice to see them find their rhythm a little bit. Really tried to go inside tonight, but they made it tough. I mean, we shot a lot of threes, but it was only because they did a tremendous job taking away those driving opportunities for us. And anytime we caught on the low block, they did a really good job of doubling it and getting in those passing lanes. So, our girls, knocked down the big shots when they needed to.
Robin, how big is it to have a night? Obviously, we mentioned the shots just haven't fell sometimes this year so far. I mean, well, how big is it to have a night like this where they fall, and how can you build on it going forward?
I think that's one of those things. You can spend a lot of time on your craft, but you're just going to have tough shooting nights. And again, UMass is a really, really good defensive team. So it was, we had some good looks that didn't fall for us, but we also knocked down some good shots. And I think, the girls are playing with a lot of confidence right now. We got to do a better job at the free throw line. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure you're on point with your defense, and got to do a better job taking care of the ball. They turn every team over that plays against them, and that's an area of concern that we have got to get better with. But again, just really proud of our effort on the boards. I thought that was huge. I don't know that they've been out rebounded yet this year, and so that's a huge stat for us. And I thought we defended pretty darn well, guarded personnel really well.
And with Mama having 7 assists, obviously, like, not a big scoring night for her, but to have her fill in that role of a true point with Caitlin behind her too, how big is that to see her kind of fill that and just kind of rise to that occasion, especially against a team like you mentioned, which is very turnover favored?
Yeah, I think, with Mama, just her shot selection's been great. She understands what we need out of her, and that's to be able to knock down open rhythm shots, but really to try to create opportunities, scoring opportunities by who she's surrounded by. And I think she's done a really nice job of that. It would have been nice to get a few more minutes from Caitlin, but she's just coming back from an injury. And so, I knew we'd need her from a rotation standpoint. And so I thought she did a nice job for us, but with her still banged up, and with Jayla still banged up, those rotations are a little bit tough. But I thought, everyone did their job. They were locked in, and really, tough place to play when you've got a small group of fans that are here for you. And so it's pretty quiet gym, and they found a way to just battle for each other and build each other up. And that was huge.
And what did you see from Sarah to have her 13 rebound game? What did she do so well to get double digit boards?
Yeah, she's such a warrior. She is such a warrior who cares less about any kind of individual accolades. She just wants to be a great teammate and support her team in any way that she can. And whatever role that looks like, if it's a willing screener, if it's, the ability to get people open shots, she works so hard. She's got such a high motor, and so happy for her. We needed every bit of it tonight. I thought she played really, really well.
What do you think at the end of the game there? You guys had a bit of a cold stretch in the fourth quarter offensively, but you guys were able to overcome it, make big shots when you needed to. What did you think about the end of the game effort from your guys?
Yeah, didn't love it. We've got to be able to knock down those free throws late in the game. And I think we're a pretty good free throw shooting team. And again, I think it's a lot like our shooting out of the gates. Our number doesn't reflect, maybe our percentage doesn't reflect the kind of shooting team I think we have. And we're better than that from the free throw line. And when it's winning time, you got to step up and knock down those free throws. And so I think we missed, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like 4 down the stretch. And then we called that timeout after we had taken a couple dribbles, so we couldn't advance the ball. And so again, some opportunities to learn from and grow and get better. I thought Lauren had a huge 3 for us. She took one early in the shot clock, and we weren't in great rebounding area, and they got a transition out of it. And then I think that next possession down, she was in the other corner and knocked down a rhythm 3 within the flow of the offense. So that was huge. But we got to do a little bit better job closing out games late, and we will.
That said, I know going about 5 minutes or so without a field goal in that stretch. What did you do to kind of get out of that funk, and how big was Ashton in that moment where you can kind of lean on her and kind of look at her for that offense?
Well, it was just huge. And, I didn't do anything magical. We just tried to keep our girls positive and really talked a lot about next play mentality, because we did not have that against Virginia Tech. I think we lingered too long on, possessions that didn't go our way or mistakes that we made. And so we really were trying to be intentional about the resiliency that we were going to have as a team, individually and collectively. And I thought that mindset was huge for us tonight.
We'll take 1 or 2 more if you guys have them.
I guess looking ahead to Arizona State, what stands out to you about that team, and what do you need to do to get a win?
Yeah, I haven't watched them a lot. I'll focus on them here in just a little bit. They're really big. They got a new coach, and so I think they're still finding their way a little bit. But they got really good size. That's about all I can tell you right now. I haven't had a chance to dive into them yet, but I'm looking forward to it.